which is starting from the Tanarabban, the Rabbi son of the Brasa. If they feel Shevhen Mehayu, what are the beautiful ones among them? Those maidens, what do those say? We're talking about those the women that would go out into the fields and and they would say, pay attention to beauty. For a wife is primarily for beauty. One of the ones of distinguished lineage amongst those maidens say, pay attention to family. For a wife is primarily for childhood. What did the homely ones amongst those maidens say? Acquire your purchase for the sake of heaven. Is moving, but only on condition that you adorn us with gold jewelry and beautiful clothing. In the future, the Holy One will make a circle of all the righteous people. And he will sit among them in the middle of the circle in the Garden of Eden. Each and every person, each and every one will point with his finger towards him. It says, behold, this is our God. We hoped to him and he saved us. This is Hashem, and we hope to exalt and be glad in his salvation. I just want to point out this, what it says over here. I think in here, maybe I read it somewhere else. It says that Lasis Mochel Tzadikim, that Mochel, because it says for that Tzadikim will point and see, that this is Hashem's Zekeli, right? Hashem can utilize them, but it says Mochel is Russian Mechila, that Hashem will Mochel everybody, and therefore automatically everybody will become Tzadikim, and everybody will be able to be present and be able to see the points in the realization. So I did prepare, so this is kind of a big deal for me. This is my first time I've ever made Siyum. It's not that funny. Hopefully it's not that long. For those of you that know, my name is actually Zalman. Freeman. So he apologized they couldn't make it, but he's super thrilled to be on our flyer. Like I said, I've never made a Siyum before. For whatever reason, learning wasn't, still not necessarily my thing, but I was challenged into it actually by a potential Chabrusa on beach, and then he ditched me. He said, hey, I can't do it. And then Avnos and Raw, I don't know what I saw him, and he kind of, invited me to join the it's on Zoom come. So that's what I kind of did. So I'm kind of humbled to be here and making this stuff. Hey, before learning this tomorrow, this is the one that the idea. I heard this. Girls are going to the fields and just it seemed very strange to me. But that's really the extent of what I knew about it. We started to learn about it. It became even more strange because they wouldn't only go into the fields, but then they would start calling out like their attributes and why I should be chosen. So that was kind of weird. And then we learned what each one would call out. So the girls called me to the attention about their beauty, so that kind of made sense to me. But when the ones from the distinguished family said, look past the beautiful ones and instead look at their lineage, if you remember, I remember unmuting myself and I asked Rabbi Smith, I was like, what were they asking like the Bachram to look at? Like, what would the Bachram see in them that shows anything about their lineage? And I still don't know the answer to that. But there were many things I could have, many concepts and concepts obviously to talk about. And my brother was watching, so I thank him. He actually sent me some ideas. None of which I took, but I found something that the Rebbe speaks about relating to this, and of course, knowing that he also brings out what makes me feel a little better. So I hope it's, like I said, not too long. So it says this: the Gemara says there were three categories of Israel that would go out into the vineyards and call out to the water. And I think Rennie pointed out specifically vineyards there, right? It was like the isolating the field, like vineyards specifically that they would go. I think he said what? In the county, yeah, I thought it was the field. So they said there were three types. The beautiful girls would say, look for beauty because a woman is for beauty. Girls of, I hope I'm saying this right, the Yefsais, so prestigious lineage would call out and they would say, look for a family, for a woman is for children. The Mefaris, which we say is translated as homely, but I think you could say ugly, would call it and say, make your acquisition to Shem Shemayim as long as you decorate us with jewels. Right? That's what we just read. So Chassidus teaches there's two types of love. Love generated by our own mind and heart. When we meditate on the greatness or other attributes of a person or a thing, we can develop an attraction and a love to him, her, or it. The other type of love is inborn love. It's not created by ourselves, rather, as its name indicates, it resides in us from when we were born. A natural bond implanted in our soul just by virtue of who and what we are. So keeping that in mind, loving Hashem is a crucial component of our relationship. Not only is it a mitzvah in and of itself, but our Rebbe says that it's a prerequisite to fulfilling all the mitzvahs properly. For if not motivated by love, then the mitzvahs will be performed out of instinct and erratically. Only when it's done with love of Hashem will they be endured. So, like we said earlier, there's two ways to get to this love of Hashem. By learning what He has revealed to us in His Torah, reveals us about Him in His Torah, and contemplating on this will help develop a love of Hashem. And also, a person who doesn't succeed in this kind of self-generated love can also love Hashem by tapping into the inborn love that we all inherited from Adam. But as with all characteristics that we're born with, this inborn love can be buried into the subconscious and be held back with all aspects of the rationalistic environment surrounding us. But it can be awakened and called upon to get us motivated to keep the mitzvahs. So when the Maseches Yisrael were dancing and calling out their respective virtues, it was their souls and the Shabbos calling out to Hashem, their divine groom, the Yafifas, the beautiful ones, those that achieved perfection in both types of love from Hashem. They had the self-generated love built on an unbreakable foundation of inherited love. They said, take us as your bride, and you, Hashem, will be rewarded with the pleasure you derive when your creations realize the potential for perfection that you invested in us. Those that were Miyuchasot, again, I'm not sure. Miyuchasot, thank you. I didn't see it on the shirt today. So they Zoom somewhere else. So they said, well, we can't, those are the ones from the prestigious lineage. So they said, well, we can't offer what our perfect sisters offer. We have uncovered within us the inborn love that you have given to us. They said, a woman is for children. Our relationship may not yet be beautiful, but it will bear fruit. The fruit being the mitzvahs generated by our natural love for you. Like it says that the offspring of tzaddikim are their ma'asim tov. This family are the mitzvahs that will be enduring offspring of Bnei Yisrael's commitment to their Creator. And the ugly ones, the ones who have neither developed their own love nor awakened their hereditary love within, they call out and they say, make your acquisitions for the sake of Shemayim. In other words, they say, as we say in Sikhs, I say the manfa, do for your sake, even if not for ours, that despite our appearances, take us as your own because only you know what you can inspire within us. You know the truth. And it says in the Dharma, which I have that all Maseches Yisrael are beautiful. It's just spiritual poverty that obscures our beauty. So they say, Hashem, you know our ugliness is not truly who we are. Rather, it's due to the gullus that we're in. I just haven't been yet able to realize our full potential for beauty and fruitfulness. And it's up to you, Hashem, to decorate us with jewels, as the Gemara says, to awaken within us our quintessential bond so we can bring out perfection. Amen. I just like to say, a little bit more sense, now we put in that, that perspective. But I just want to say just a minute of thank you. So first of all, thank you to Hashem for the ability to learn every morning. A little emotional, but this took on a new meaning to me over the last 2 years because there was a period of time that I physically was unable to read, let alone learn. So it's kind of weird. It's not weird. It's amazing to be able to do this. So I'd like to thank my wife, who she's she's from the beautiful daughter and from the family of lineage. Because first of all, she's been extremely supportive. Though, like most normal people, she's usually sleeping at that time. But afterwards, she's always, saying how proud she is, and I'm grateful for that. And for as long as I know her father, my father can attest to this, like he's been learning super early in the morning. Oftentimes he's in Shavol before we even start our class. So he's somebody now I also have a brother-in-law on my wife's side who is also a big learner. He's, I think it's the second or third time now in doing the daf, and he's also always pushes me and encourages me to do it. So I definitely have that lineage on that side. My father's side also been super supportive. My father himself. I think it was a shock when I told him that I do this year at 5:30 in the morning. He's like, "What?" I think that was the total. But I guess the shock mixed with his smile and pride helped keep me going. A special thank you to Rabbi Smith for taking the class. I know a long time. We used to go on the time in the noons. We used to go on the time. But he never ceases to make me laugh, and wit and wisdom make this experience much more enjoyable. Thank you. Everybody found everybody was trying to say it. I feel like it's so easy to read, like a woman to read it.
What about the Fustan?
Say again?
The Fustan every morning.
That's like I never see him.
He was here.
He's always on the side. Adam Allah Maseches Taanis Adam Allah. The Hadra. That's Allah Maseches Taanis that's Allah. Lord listen shame enough Maseches Taanis listen shame enough. Love Allah Deim love Allah the Asti. You know so tonight I later say the shade say us um say the one say Allah. Anil wa Abu Mori Barpapa, Rafram Barpapa, Rafish Barpapa, Surka, Bar Papa, Adam Papa, Dur Papa, Arbel, they was the previous so yeah, one on up to say come, say I'm so one in track with this so my base if I mean this something like he must have never known English so you know he don't he said that I mean so wait a minute I think it's just فكان بيفرق بس بيدوش الناس عارفه فكان بيفرق خالص شو مشكله انا ما انا ما اعمل كابل سفر بهم عمل بين كابل سفر انا لازم انا لازم هاي الله بهم لازم شاف السلام بعض اللي هي تردين شاف اني افتح صوتي بس انا هذا هاي كشيء مش زاد ثاني ثاني كين تعرف ان هذا مسافه السفر كان متسايم اليوم لو مش واصل خامس وتسامح يابا والسفوس قالها تنايم اميران مسمي ده قام يعمل زاري شو يسمى شاطر بي زاري بزاري هذا يلا في سكاي بي سالخ ده اساس شهر وقتش مالها لكن تسه هي سيسيخه في بي يبقى بيصير عشان سكاي لكن منه اسمه ده شو خاص عليه فبيتنا ده ولا بكم ما شاء الله
Shout out to our friend Rabbi.
First of all, unbelievable job. We have a present for you as our custom. Not only did you learn the Masechta, but you also gave So for that, sir, you get an award. This is for the Taanis Siyum. This is when do we eat? Plate. Hope you can figure it out with a fast day. Empty plate.
Thank you.
And Siyum Maseches Taanis Siyum Star. Zalman wrote an amazing job with the Siyum. Thank you for waking the dawn each morning with Torah. Wow.
Ready to play.
Okay, we have a few other awards to give out tonight. First of all, to our Maggid Shir extraordinaire, to our Rabbi Smith, who every morning not only wakes up, as we say, doesn't wake up at 5:30, doesn't wake up at 5 o'clock, he wakes up much earlier than that. We're rumored at 4:30 to learn the daf, so it's fresh for us. So to that level of commitment, sir, unbelievable. And with an amazing award. Always with a smile. Next up, with all the preparation and everything like that, you still need people. And it's amazing when you can count on somebody day in, day out to always basically show up. No matter what, you count on dependable. And this person started out the Siyum, started out the DAF, like 2 DAFs ago. You got Rookie of the DAF Award, and you got something you did the Siyum last time. And now he gets the Bruin Award, which is for the dedication, consistency, and always pulling through. Ultimate Torah warrior for Jonathan Fall. Okay, and the last award, it's hard to pick up at that hour. To start learning at 5:30, and it's always helpful. If when you go somewhere, you see something nice, you see something pleasant. There's somebody at our shir who makes a specific point every day to look really, really, really nice. And thank God, he is actually wearing the outfit that we're giving him the award for, the famous Canadian tuxedo. Dr. Stein every day, he is sporting this look, this denim jacket, denim shirt, and denim pants every day. So the best dressed award goes to Dr. Stein for your Canadian tuxedo. Excellent job. Just a brief word, and anybody who wants to get up to speak, please do. An amazing secta, as they always are. You start these things, you have no idea where you're going, and then at the end, you're like, wow, what a journey. It's 31 pages that nobody can take away from you ever. They're yours. Put them in the bank, put them in the vault. You worked for them, you labored for them, you woke up early for them, you made it a priority, and you did it. And that's 31 pages of Torah that's yours, that go in your account, done, lock it up. One of the things that I got from this Masechta more than ever is not only the importance, as we know, of counting days and counting time, but the beauty of a bracha at the right time, at the right moment, the right time, because if you get the rain, it's too heavy, it's going to damage the crops. If you get it too light, it's not going to soak through. So we really rely so much on Hashem to pull through for us, like with the right bracha at the right time, and how much we really just, rely on him. And it just put upon me, the importance, especially because before a fast day tomorrow, the importance and the responsibility that we have to pull through for him. One of the things that just got me, I'm sure with everybody, is at the end of the second, when we heard about those young Kohanim, right? When the basic English were burning, he took the keys, right? And they got on the roof, and And they said, like, we're not, we were unworthy custodians, like here at the back. I don't know if anybody remember at the beginning of the Masechta, we talked about hands and keys, right? We talked about that there were 3 keys, right, that are in Hashem's grasp. And there was a debate about whether or not he'll lend it out or whether or not he'll, give it out. But there was childbirth, there was sustenance, rain, and it was But to me, it was like, okay, he gives us as a loaner everything, everything. And he just asked us to be good agents, to pull through. And it was just heartbreaking at the end to see, they're throwing out. One of the things they say about this fast coming up is it's a tremendous fast because it's a fast of something that was enacted to remind us of how we have the opportunity that Hashem will sometimes give us signs or give us, issues so that we wake up, and we, take advantage to correct things, and we don't just keep sailing along the path. Just an amazing Masechta, amazing group of guys to learn with. Just unbelievable to be a part of you guys. The Jews are amazing. I mean, getting up in the morning, studying Gemara, just amazing. So, both to all of you and to Rabbi Smith, thank you forevermore, just forever in your debt, sir. And to each one of us, because without us, without the group, things, dwindle out. So, Khan.
While Zalman and Yitzhak were speaking, I realized something. It's interesting. Gemara says that fasting makes a person ugly. In this Masechta, I think we have 5 references to beauty or ugliness. The first one was Rabbi Yeshua ben Hanania gets asked by this matronisa, by this Roman woman, that you're such wisdom in such an ugly vessel. And then he says, well, where does your father keep his wine? In clay vessels. Why doesn't he put them in gold and silver? And then, so he did, and then it spoiled. So they said, but there are some people that are wise and they're beautiful. He said, well, if they would be ugly, they would be even smarter.
Right, yes.
Then there was another reference where it's Rebbe Elazar bar Shimon, or Reb Shimon ben Elazar, there were 2 Gersais there, that was walking, and he sees someone, and he says, oh, how ugly you are. And the person says, well, go to the master that made me and complain. Then there was someone that told Rabbi Yitzchak bar Eliashiv that my wife is ugly. What's her name? Chana. So he says Chana should become beautiful. So she becomes beautiful and she starts to mistreat him. So he says, now she's mistreating me. He says, I could have married someone else. She doesn't. Then, so he says, okay, Chana should go back to being homely. Okay. Then there's another reference. Rabbi Yosef min Diokros, where someone is looking, he has a beautiful daughter, someone's looking through the fence. And he says, you're just causing harm to people. You shouldn't be existing. And she dies. And then you have the end of the Gemara, it's more than 5. Then you have the end of the Gemara where the beautiful women are saying that look at the beauty, and other ones are saying that. Anyway, I think, so my sister told me this recently. She said she was listening to Rabbi Jacobs, and he said about in Israel, they have this museum for the blind people. Some people, they go to Israel, they say, what was your best part? They say, this museum for the blind. Have you heard about this? Anyway,
it's amazing.
So there was this woman that went, and there's blind people. There's blind people that take you around, and you can't see anything because there's no light at all. And there was this person that was so kind, and this man was taking this woman around, and was so sensitive to her, it's like explaining and what she needs. Anyway, when they come outside after the museum, so there's like light and they get to eat something. And anyway, she sees the guy that was taking her around, and his face was so like deformed, like it wasn't. She could hardly look at him. And she realized such good midas, and she never would have noticed with the external. What's going on in this Masechta? It's an introduction to Megillah. It's telling you not to look at anything external. The people are people. To look at people differently. If you keep getting caught up with external things, it's not the reality. You have to sort of block it out. Block out the external. Commentary was that all women are beautiful. It's just the poverty has made them ugly, and put a crown on them and they'll become beautiful. Dress them nicely and they'll be beautiful. So it's all external. All of that is external. You have to look at the person. So Yitzi is the best at that. He sees straight through the jacket. He notices everyone's fine qualities, and he shares that with us, brings out the trophy in every person. And Baruch Hashem, we're able to learn. And, it's really beautiful to share everyone's comments. And it's a treat to be able to learn together.
Amen.
Say a special thank you to Aaron Raphael. Thank you for getting up at the right time. He is the sponsor of tonight's Siyum. And who will be singing?
Say something.
Raphael, Ben, Sala, or Lachlan? You're welcome. No one else is going to say something. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know one of the high points of every day's lesson is that whatever you say, whatever question you ask, he hands you a trophy. Who's the trophy? It's a little trophy. So for tonight, to the person who gives trophies, we have a larger trophy.
Everybody